Welcome
Hello.
to week 5 of. Maybe 30 something.
Welcome to week 5
Of a lot of weeks. So.
of this
Course.
window. 1, 2, 3,
Maths in the class.
4, 5.
So there's 6, 7, 8 windows here. Why that sound like a hip hop song from the 80s? 6, 7, 8 windows here. Anyway, okay.
Don't come around if you're quick.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
homophobia coming from you here.
I'm not a homophobe. My uncle's gay. That definitely.
Right. Okay.
means I'm not a
Anyway, week 5. So this week we got a lot done. I think like a lot. So we did the scene where I talked to Twisty while Dandy talks to Twisty while Jordan, Harrison, all that they strike the
acrobats.
Yeah, they all strike the set.
Yes.
Other people do it as well, but it's mainly you for it. They all strike the set. Dandy has a conversation with Twisty. I think our conversation goes well, even though Elliot, who plays Twisty, Elliot doesn't have he doesn't have any lines in that because he just grunts. So, but I think it goes well. I think it ends up well. Like my character speaking to him, I think it flows well. So, is striking the set hard or is that easy?
I didn't do it. That was on a Monday.
Yeah, you weren't there.
I'm unable to get in on Mondays in October.
Yeah, that was this Monday. So
as the 163 and the 471 are on strike for some weird reasons.
They're striking the set. No, so
they're striking the actors. That's what.
The next thing we did for that was I come in and I'm talking to the freaks again. Madison gets annoyed at me. Sends all the freaks away. We had a choice between me going, I want to have a word with you in private, or Madison going, I want to have a word with you in private. But I think it came off better with... No, not yet. So I think it came off better with...
I was confident.
I think it came off better with her sending them away. And then we talk about how I want a freak of my... She's gonna give me a freak of my own.
Freaking
that Twisty's a freak hole. That Twisty's gonna get me. So
yes.
My character's like, I'll have to see what she is first, and then we'll decide. And in exchange,
she's a human.
I go away from the show. So
see ya.
Jordan, there was never anyone there. I don't know what you were talking about. Right. Okay. Then we did. Did you do any? Have you done any scenes this week with your character?
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah.
Wayne's World.
Wii Sports.
Wii Sports. It's in the game. That's EA Sports. So.
Well. We have a scene while there's another scene going on, and then we also did the scene. So guys.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We did the scene where Jacob tells his backstory.
Oh yeah. When Jacob...
So we had to rehearse for that. There's mats on the floor. That's where the acrobats stay. We're in it for like most scenes, just as like fillers and stuff. We kind of fill in silence.
You've got that scene with Matty, where I think a backstory is told or something.
Yeah, we need to tell our backstory. The depressing.
We also did the doctor scene. All I really did in that was provide feedback. I wasn't in it. I think that.
Do you want to give feedback in the vlog? The doctor seemed really nice.
Yeah, that's what. Oh, you mean that? Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. Doctor scene. I think the concept of it is good. I don't think Alex does that good in it. Because it just feels like he doesn't really care. Becky in it doesn't really impress me too much. Who else is it?
Alex is still Alex. He's not
playing a character.
He's not changing very much. He still has the Rochdale like sound. He's not changing his posture.
The words he says is not changing.
Yeah,
He's
like,
still
it's-
saying
it's-
in it.
It's not appropriate for the time now it's set in. By the way, it's 1920s.
Yeah.
Don't know why I whispered that. Nobody else is
Who
in
else
there.
is in that scene
I'm not
with him
sure.
as well? And it feels like he just drags the other actors who are in the scene down with him. Jacob's in the scene, for instance. Usually
Jacob's a good actor.
Generally, Jacob does good, but it feels like with Alex, it's just being dragged
Yeah, like-
down. Who's the other person? Becky. Jacob. Is Jake in it?
Jake.
See, I don't even remember Jake being in it because I just find it that boring to watch.
And then when he walks in as well, he needs to have more reaction to the freaks.
Madison sending him off is probably the best bit of that scene.
Just, I don't think any part is good at that scene. It needs.
It's not a
lot.
bad scene. It just needs a lot of. It just needs work. But it's an important scene, I think, so it can't really be cut.
I need work.
What's the next scene? You got a job.
Yeah, but I'm not working till Sunday.
The next scene that we did was. Is that it? Is that what we did?
That's all we did.
I feel like
I know it feels like we did.
No. We did the
No.
yesterday. We did the getting the freak scene.
Getting the freaks.
You weren't in any of that. I don't think it was just me.
It's been.
Wait, no, you did something yesterday. I remember. You did the acrobats. It turned out very well.
We messed up on it.
But how was it going when you were rehearsing it?
It was going very well when we were rehearsing it. We could do all the moves and stuff. I think it was just the pressure of people watching us, to be honest.
Yeah, because it didn't go that well. I think when it wasn't going.
But when it didn't go that well, it still worked, kind of, because it was still just a rehearsal type thing.
Well, that's what I was going to say. But I think when if something doesn't go that well, you should still stay in character. All of you broke character.
I wasn't in character to begin with.
No, I know. I could tell.
Because
When you jumped off the stage.
we were just supposed to do
Yeah, I know. I get it.
like the moves and then.
But I think going into character could have helped you there.
Yeah.
The other thing was the that little thing that they added with Eamon as the lion guy.
Oh,
the joke, Connor with the
begins with
joke.
the N. With the
Narcolepsy?
narcolepsy.
Yeah, and with Connor Hallisey. I think that will work really well for audience interaction. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Depending on the audience members you get though, because if you get a bunch of awkward ones, no one's going to want to go up. And stuff.
Basically, if you get a bunch of dickheads, it's not going to turn out. Right?
Yeah. But it should be fun anyway. Because Connor can then make fun of them. So the other scene that we added was me.
Just you.
So
It was just him.
it's
doing,
just me as everyone. Beth, Madison, Elliot.
He does a one-man show of it.
Yeah, I think we all work together really well as four.
What, did you just marry him?
We did the scene. It's illegal. We did the scene.
What?
To marry like 3 people. We did the scene
No, it's not.
like a 4-way marriage. I'm talking. Like I could marry them all separately, but together we can't do that. So
Is that legal anywhere? Las Vegas.
Dubai. So
Yeah, probably.
it was Mia Woogie. Yeah. No, Rose Gold.
I just thought yourself.
So, it was me, Elliot, Beth, Madison, and we all did this scene, the exact same scene pretty much, during callbacks, and it went well there, so we've added it, but we changed it now. So I make Beth dress up in a maid costume and clean up dirt off the floor for my pleasure. So,
Look at all this dirt.
yeah, I don't know, it's weird. I think that works well because it kind of shows the psychotic side of my character, because that's not really been shown yet as much, and it kind of makes the audience uncomfortable, which is what I want from my character.
Curtis,
Yeah.
you realise you're in a tent at that point, don't you? I think you're in the tent at that point, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're in like the back of the tent.
Yeah.
So when you're saying clean up the dirt, there's already dirt in the tent.
I'm gonna make more of it. So
There's so much fucking dirt. Man.
whatever, something
Dirty,
like that.
dirty.
Well, if we put on, I don't know. Right. Anyway,
Just throw a banana peel on the floor.
and then they might slip on it and be like, "Whoa!" So
It's a me, Mario.
anyway, so that went well. I think adding that bit to the scene, we slightly changed how Beth came into the scene because originally she was walking around the back and she was kind of looking at shops, but since it takes place in the tent, that doesn't make sense. So we moved her to coming through the entrance to the circus, and she's just kind of a kid, well, not a kid, that would be weird, a teenager who got lost at the circus. Twisty finds her, he's like, oh, I've got to kidnap someone, let me kidnap her. So he kidnaps her, brings her in the cage. I think it worked really well, personally. I think we all have good chemistry together, so I think it turned out well, and that's the end.
Curtis, I'm sorry.
You can't just keep doing